I realized that I suffer from something called food noise, which is essentially no matter how much you eat right now, there's a big chance you will think about food again in the next few minutes or even seconds. You can have eaten like a huge something like worth 800 or something calories, and you will still feel think about food. And it seems like I try to fight against that with uh, loading up on volume on food, which is still a good idea. But for me, the problem is that I would make something to make it uh, high in protein to, of course, feel more full, add fiber, and just kind of load up uh, with low calorie foods like vegetables to just fill myself up just so I would not eat for the next few hours, and I would kind of just like edge myself out, pause, to just have a huge dump of calories in the evening. So then I could also eat a lot, just gonna sit for a bit and then sleep, which sometimes does work. But now I'm realizing that there's levels to this shit. Like this whole calorie deficit thing that I have been going on for so long now, it's getting so much harder. It's unfair. Now, luckily for me, the weather is getting a bit warmer, so I'm finally getting out again and getting my steps in to, just kind of make this process a bit quicker and smoother. But I just watched a video, well, like half of it, about food noise and some idea that made me think about something, and it might help you. So, when you're trying to conserve your calories, you're you're trying to make the volume of each of your meals high, right? That's what I do as well. And that is good. But you're trying to fill yourself up to the max as much as possible, which on paper sounds like a good thing. I mean, why would you not want to make yourself as full as you can? But you don't realize that you can have a meal, you finish it. In reality, you feel fine, but if you had a way bigger meal, you would keep eating it and feel more full, right? But if you eat a meal that is, not as huge, you're fine. In the end, you ate less calories than your typical huge meal, but you can eat it again whenever you want. And if you just keep Look, whenever you want to eat or feel a bit hungry, you just make something and eat it. You don't need to make it huge. That way, you don't need to overload yourself, and you don't need to force yourself to wait a bit more to have your big meal again, so you wouldn't need to wait so long until your next meal after that. Like, all that happens in your brain and the mind as well is that, when will I eat the next meal and how much of it will I eat? It's annoying, it's toxic, it's unhealthy, it just makes the whole process harder. Also, think about it this way. Watch this. Um, when you are, let's say, I guess, aiming to eat like three big meals a day and then have some calories for a snack or something, you're essentially training your brain to appreciate your big meals more, which again, it doesn't sound like a bad thing, but when you really look at it, it means that once you're fast, or the time between your meals is over, your brain just gives you more dopamine for that big meal, because you trained your brain to want it while you can't have it. You want to eat more while you cannot, or while you're not letting yourself to eat. If you ate meals that you would want to fill you up like completely to 150%, if you ate small meals more often, slowly, yes, your brain will still give you, like, of course, a lot of dopamine for eating, which it will always do, of course. But now, since you can fulfill your brain's wish more often, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're basically being a slave to it again. That doesn't mean that you're basically getting addicted, but your brain should theoretically want it not as often, or at least not as much, since the time periods between your meals are shorter. I hope this makes sense, and I will try to apply this philosophy, because, for example, today I tried something. Right, I ate a huge meal. I'm talking a lot of carbs, a lot of protein, and I added more fat with avocados, to kind of see if more fat can help me feel more full, since uh, the meat I was eating was chicken breast, which is of course lean as fuck. And well, yes, I did feel full, but like, I was still like, I kept thinking about food and snacks, and like, I snuck in some. Of course, I tracked the best that I could, but like, I don't feel good even after eating the snacks, since I know that after such a meal, I shouldn't really be eating until my next meal, you know? So maybe I should train myself to not fucking eat so much at once, because I don't have to. Alright? Especially since I know that I will not be super active. So the problem with today was that after I ate it, I went outside, and it was going well. Then I ate lunch. I was really full, but then I ate a few snacks here and there. I ate some fruit before the workout. I just finished legs. It's 5:40 in the evening right now, and I have only about 600 left. Since I go to sleep pretty late, unfortunately, 600 at sub 6 p.m. is bad. Which means that now I should not eat for a while, which thank goodness I'm not really hungry right now. But the problem is that I now see that only 600 is left, and I do not want to gain weight again somehow, so I have to be strict, and I have to now think what will I eat at what fucking time, which is annoying. If I didn't do all of this, I could just be eating whenever I want, pretty much whatever I want. This fucking habit of mine where I just eat big meals to like feel more full and energized throughout the day, throughout whatever the fuck I'm doing. This fucking idea that I need to have more food in my system to be digested, to like have better workouts or whatever, it's nonsense. I don't need it. I don't even feel the difference at the end of the day. Dude, if I remember the days where I just ate like a normal person should, just eat whenever you want, it's the same. It's the same. The difference is, in those fucking moments, I don't stress, or at least as much as I do right now in these fucking days. So I hope this idea will work starting tomorrow. Or even right now, I still have to hit my proteins somehow, but like I need to stop this. But yeah, this video was not essentially about me finally finding a new idea to try and fix this food noise thing, but more about the rant on how much I suffer. So since I have a few more minutes of this background video, I think, I will tell you what really pisses me off. So, typically, a family of 5 should not have, or at least as much food of a surplus as my family does. Which means that something ends up being thrown out regardless, whether it's rice or unfinished whatever. Now, luckily we have outside pets, so they eat it, so it's not completely to waste, but still, like, you would rather to eat however much you make from however much you have, which would make you also save money. However, nobody in this family eats nearly as much as me for some reason. My brother should, but he does not still. Which, look, imagine opening a fridge. No, just walking into the kitchen. You know where the snacks are. You know what is in the fridge and on the shelves and whatever. Yeah. You know what it is. You know how many calories each thing is, and you know which things are high in protein, high in fats, high in carb, high in fiber, whatever. So I know what to pick. They don't. But the difference is they don't really care. Of course, all of them have learned a bit more from me, from what I'll learn about health. So that's fine. They kind of prioritizing things, but not as much, of course. So, but what the problem happens is, there's always those sides to the main meal. Of course, the main meal is usually just like the meat of some sort. Is usually chicken, which is great. It makes me hit my protein goals easily. But like when there's potatoes and rice and like a lot of other stuff, always for some reason I have this problem in my mind where if I don't help finish like most of what we already have made, it's just gonna go to waste, and I feel bad. And it happens regardless whether I actually do that or not. So okay, I'll give you a example. If there's rice and potatoes, I'm gonna eat both with the meat that I'm eating. It's insane, and I never and like there can be a little leftovers, and for the next 3 days, I will be the only one who will eat that. I don't know about you, but that is annoying as hell. And it's just like it makes me so stressed because every time we hit the store to like refill our stock, we really never save money because what gets refilled is the same things, but also the fucking snacks that of course get eaten more. That's just how people are, whatever. But like that gets refilled, and we never save money for something cool, I guess. Now, of course, I know that not everything has to save money, but like, as someone who's trying to take a completely different path in life from everyone else, so money for me is so scarce and important. Seeing that happen is just counterintuitive, you know? Or, for example, grandmas, you know that, yeah. You just fucking see 5 bars of chocolate just lying around, and a lot of other high carb, high fat, low protein, high calorie, good tasting shit you just see, and it just pisses me off because it's already so hard to stay away from the shelves, and it keeps just getting restocked. I guarantee once I move out, my brain is gonna be so much clearer because even when I'm at the store, even when I had my own money when I wasn't even 18, I was fine with buying things, but I did not because I saw how expensive they are. I know what I ate, I know what I like, and I just don't end up buying. It ain't gonna change because I have my priorities straight. And when people don't have their priorities straight, if they collide with yours, it's gonna be a problem. And it is for me. Of course, I can't do anything about it. I can't scold them, so I just have to rely on my willpower and hope that God helps me. God help me. God help us all. This, uh, this, uh, this, this dieting shit has. There's levels to this shit. So I guess I'll just use my chocolates for a gift for my cousin's 18th birthday in a week or something, because I sure won't eat them. If I do, it's gonna take like two weeks if I want to track properly. Anyway, my background video is running out. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Let me know what you think about food noise and whatever problems you have. Peace.